This is Darryl Hold of affordable-tutor.com. Tonight we're going to go over how to write a great essay, SAT essay, or ACT essay. Think about this. The great way to do something is to model it after success. Mark Twain wrote this essay back in 1882 called Advice to Youth. And that's what we're going to go over here and see what makes this a great essay and how you can do the same when you're writing an essay yourself or for the SAT. Alright, so keep in mind that this was 1882, so you're going to do some different things. But let's look at some key points. Let's go through this essay and see what makes this an outstanding essay and how you can do the same. It opens up, being told I would be expected to talk here, I inquired what sort of talk I ought to make. So that's a clear opener. They said it should be something suitable to youth, something didactic, instructive, or something in the nature of good advice. So didactic is educational type of thing. Okay, now here's a key point. This was written in 1882, so that should tell you that there's a difference in language. He was known as a humorist, Mark Twain. Real name of Samuel Clemens. So let's see what he does in the second paragraph. If you can deduce what makes this such a great essay and a great model for an essay. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, he has a short paragraph here. Always obey your parents when they are present. This is the best policy in the long run because if you don't, they will make you. Notice what he's done here is he has a great cadence. Always obey your parents when they are present. This is the best policy in the long run because if you don't, they will make you. That's the essence of writing a very good essay there. And notice that if you have any doubt about it being humor, he even goes so far as to use that word humoring. Okay, he makes his first point there. Secondly, be respectful to your superiors, if you have any, also to strangers and sometimes to others. Again, he opens up this paragraph very strong and on a humorous note. Be respectful to your superiors if you have any. Well, that's pretty much goes without saying. Superiors in terms of maybe hierarchy in an organization, a boss, etc. Okay. Also to strangers and sometimes to others. Again, a very clear flow structure. If a person offends you, that should be offends you, and you're in doubt as to whether it's intentional or not, do not resort to extreme measures. Simply watch your chance and hit him with a brick. That will be sufficient. Again, it's very clear on humor here because hitting with a brick obviously is an extreme measure. And again, notice what he does here. He follows up with a short sentence. That will be sufficient. Okay. Going on to the next paragraph, continuing our analysis of what makes this a great essay. Go to bed early, get up early. This is wise. All right, look at our parallelism here. We have early, early. Go to bed early, get up early, dash, this is wise. So you know the paragraph's going to have to do with sleeping and waking. Some authorities say get up with the sun. Some say get up with one thing. Others with another. Okay. Now, he talks longer about lying. No, now is the matter of lying. You want to be very careful about lying, otherwise you are nearly sure to get caught. So obviously he's not taking a moral position here, he's taking a humorous position. Once caught, you can never again be in the eyes to the good and the pure which you were before. Okay. Now, again, as we go through this, what we really see is what was assumed in the 1880s, not so in 2013, but in the 1880s there was a assumption of honesty, so therefore he's really turning things on his head. He points out saying truth is mighty and will prevail. Okay, so this is a longer paragraph. Why you might as well tell the truth at once and be done with it. Now his criticism here is not a line, but an awkward, feeble, leaky lie is the thing you ought to make with your unceasing study to avoid. Alright, now in 2013, completely different orientation toward firearms. But remember, this is 1882. Never handle firearms carelessly. Okay, so he goes into a little story here. This makes it very engaging. After he makes a more dramatic statement, the sorrow and suffering have been caused through the innocent, but he that's handling the firearms by the young. Only 4 days ago, right in the next farmhouse, the one where I'm spending, a grandmother, old and gray and sweet, was sitting at her work when her young grandson crept in and got an old battered rusty gun, not supposed to be pointed there, laughing, threatening to shut. In her fright, she ran screaming and pleading toward the door, but as she passed, he placed the gun almost against her very breast and pulled the trigger. He supposed it wasn't loaded. He was right, it wasn't. Okay. So, by bringing in a story like that. Okay. And then he talks about books here at the end. So what he's really done is he's had an introduction, and then he makes all his points in a humorous way. Each sentence opens up very clearly, and then the one that appears most contradictory against common mores of the time, he goes into more detail on that. Again, a model type of essay, flawless transitions, great storytelling. I beseech you, I urge you to study in detail these types of essays if you want to write a great SAT essay or any kind of essay. I hope you found this very helpful. This is Darryl Hold with affordable-tutor.com. You can reach me at tutorpro88@gmail.com.